YouTube? This is Gemini G7. I got another little small video, you guys, for you to watch and entertain, and information that will help you out as well. For those of you guys that are still doing reefers, okay, this is when I was doing reefers. I just forgot about it and I saw on my table that I put on the side and I took it home. Well, if you're hauling reefers, you're gonna be there's some high value loads and some are somewhat high value loads that when they load you, they either do it themselves or they give it to you and you gotta throw it on. When I was hauling for Del Monte, hauling my reefer loads, they would give me these types of materials of recording, okay, to see how, to see the temperature your reefer is gonna be running throughout the whole entire time when you deliver the load. You deliver it the same day. In most cases, you deliver it the next day or the next following day after that. Depends on where you're going. So at Del Monte, when I was getting loaded over there in Port Galveston, especially when it goes to Kroger's, they use this. As you can see, for Kroger's use only. This is for Kroger's. I am missing one of them that goes to Walmart. It's this big. It's this big. Okay, it's orange, and on the right side of it, it has a device, kind of like a little pocket where they put a device in, and it's on that orange slip. And over the orange slip is a plastic cover that protects the orange slip and the recording. And on the back of it, you just peel off and just slap it on your load. Okay. The Kroger's loads for these here, they want you to put it on the very last pallet at the very end of your trailer to see what's the temperature you're gonna be keeping the produce on that load on your trailer. Okay, so when they offload, they're gonna see this and they're gonna hit start or look the temperature the whole entire time. This thing is still working, by the way. I just hit start and it tells you right there, if you can see it. It says 57.2 Fahrenheit on the low side, low is 0. So it's kind of a little cold in my room, but this thing has been running since then. But they can see, what is the temperature, what was the whole entire time. So it records your temperature. When you're hauling produce, or anything between, I'm just gonna eyeball it, up for like around 15 degrees all the way up to 60 degrees, okay, rough around there. You're gonna be using these recorders, okay? They will provide you, like this one here, before they sign me a dog and they give me the paperwork, say, hey, put this on the last pallet, here's your paperwork, here's your recorder. I said, okay, go get loaded. I see him, I said back to the dog, slide my tents to the back, and open my doors and back into the dock and walk inside, open the garage, the dock door, raise up the ramp, and it goes down and gets into your trailer. You hook up your paperwork and then just wait. Once they start loading you and they said you're done, you're loaded, they'll call you up and get up, slap this on the very last pallet, and put my load locks on, and then shut the door, raise up the ramp, shut the door, go out, drive to a parking, move to a parking spot, get away from the dock, close the door, readjust my temps to where I needed to be, and go inside and get my bill of lading, and then head on my way. Okay, so this is one of them. This one goes to Kroger's. Okay, this one here probably go to maybe Gordon Foods, Cisco. They go to other stores. Okay, since I've been doing reefer loads, I've been running into this one a lot. And one time it has happened to me that I haul a load goes to Walmart. Like I said, I don't have that with me, but the thing about that one is that once you slap it on the pallet, it sticks on it. It's like a big sheet. You peel it off, it sticks on it, you hit the start button, it'll start recording, and you can't remove it. And they usually just take it. This one here, unfortunately, after they took my load off, this was on the ground inside my reefer. So I took this and brought it home. I'm trying to grab as much as I can. Well, usually like 3 of them, and I'm gonna do a video for you guys. Okay, here's another one. It's called Delta Track Temperature Recorder. Okay, it's a big box, and this one here is a Temp Tel for Sensi Tech. This one here is mostly for Kroger's, as you can see. This one here, I'm very curious what it looks like on the inside. I'm very curious. But it's another recorder. I don't know how this one starts. Okay, startup indicator. There's a little window here. Okay. This one here is a Model 5-day recorder. Okay, shows you that. In the front. And then the back. Okay, and on top is just okay. And you can't really get into this thing because if they see you try to tamper with it, it has like a little seal here. Okay, the very bottom, if you can see it. See how a little silver tag there? So if you try to break it or something like that, they know you're messing with the recorder, you know? So if you mess with the recorder, it means you did something wrong, you didn't set the temperature right on your reefer, and then when you offload it, you're gonna be in trouble, you know? Usually, like, I know, like, a lot of owner-operators like to save fuel on their reefer. So there are two modes. They have a cycle mode, and they got a continuous mode. Continuous mode is that your motor will be running and staying on the whole entire time, running that temperature, exact temperature all the time. A lot of drivers like to run cycle. As soon as they get loaded, they put it, let's say the temperature is like 35, they just put it on cycle, and you know, it goes to that temperature, loads out to that temperature 35, and the motor cuts off. And as the temperature starts to rise up again, the motor will kick back on again. Like, let's see, if your temperature is at 35, if it reaches like 38 or 40 temperature, the reefer kicks on and start putting Freon working and make inside that cold again down to 35, and it cuts off again. So that's cycle mode. Like I said, continuous mode, you put on the continuous mode, it'll run the machine the whole entire time, but it's consistent. You know, with your cycle is that it just turns on, gets to the temperature, cuts off. And it gets up to like 40 again, turns on, it kicks on, turn on the engine, burn your diesel fuel, bring it down to 35 degrees again, and turns the motor off. Okay, sometimes I do that too, but the way I do is, like I say, the temperature is 35. Okay, well I do it at, say, at the do it at 32 or 30. Okay, so the temperature required is at 35. I just do it at 32. Okay, so, and I put on cycle mode. So it goes all the way down to 32 degrees, okay, and it turns off. So by the time it hits like 36, 37, it kicks back on again, and then it'll go down to 32 and it cuts off. So it'll keep your motor running the whole entire time. When your motor is running on your reefer the whole entire time, the hours of running, you're gonna be doing oil change more often than you think. It's usually about 1,300 hours. 1,300 hours is the average to change your motor oil on your reefer machine. Okay, some people do at 15, but 1,500 hours is really pushing it. So it's whichever comes first. Either 1,300 hours, then you do your oil change on your reefer, or every 3 months, whichever comes first. You know, whichever you prefer. Okay, I'm very curious about this one. Let's break into this one here. Okay, so you open this right here. It shows the date, the time, shipper, ship to, order number, carrier ID, and all of that. Let me show you that. Okay, and then as you can see, they put like a glue so it doesn't open up. This thing comes out. Look at this recorder. I'm very curious. What does this look like on the inside? I'm very curious. So here's the recorder. Okay, and like I said, there's a seal right here, so they know you if you try to temper the recording. Once they know that you tamper the recording, they're gonna write as a loss, and then you're gonna be paying for the cargo. You know, security seal cut. We'll break this sucker open. I'm very curious what this one looks like on this side. I never opened one before. This is the first time. So, come on. Let me grab a knife real quick. This one here is really simple. It's just a slap on. It's like a clip. Like it's plastic. There's no screws. You can take a flathead and just pry the sucker open. I'm gonna throw it away anyways, but ooh, just cut myself a little bit. It's okay. Okay, so as you see, I popped it open. It comes with like a little gasket, okay, and then you get your battery. Okay, that's what it looks like. Okay, on this one here, I'm bleeding a little bit. It's okay, small little thing. And on this one here, cut this seal here. Oh, it just pops off. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, and I look like this thing here is holding it. I'm very curious what this looks like. Very, very curious. Wow. Okay, so here's hollow. This is hollow. Okay, and this is what it looks like. Okay. So it looks like this thing goes up and this one goes left and right. This right here goes left and right. As this thing is, oh, okay. This one here records the temperature. This one here records as this thing is spinning. As this thing is spinning like this, as it's spinning, it rolls down a piece of paper. This thing will move back and forth, and as you can see, it start marking the temperature. Okay. And as this thing winds up and collecting data, okay. Here, let me just do this. I already cut myself once, I cut myself again. This is very interesting. You know, this is good to know too, especially you guys doing reefer loads out there. You know. Okay. So as this thing is rolling up, as you can see how it rolls up like that? So it marks down the temperature on it. Okay, so it marks down the temperature on it. So as this thing goes, see how I'm rolling it up, and that brass thing here, this thing here, it marks. So and every time it marks, see how I make that mark right down there? You guys can see it. See, it makes a line of mark. So as this thing progresses up and then it rolls, you know. Yeah, let me do it this way. I don't know how much paper it has in there left though, but. So as this thing spins and gets data, this thing's already messed up anyways, but. So this thing here just, see, so it rolls and records. You know, it gets the data and write down on this piece of paper here. Okay, so as it does that, what the guy does is it's gonna pop this box open, okay, and it's gonna open this paper here, unroll everything, okay. It's gonna roll everything, as you can see, and it's gonna see what's the temperature has been at the whole entire time. Okay, this box was brand new, by the way, and I guess the guy that forgot to put the box in there, but look at that. See, so it writes down information on the temperature itself. Okay, so this is actually smart, you know, this is actually really smart. And then on this part here, this looks like a little module that you get from a clock. You know the wall clocks? That's what it looks like when you put the battery in. So the timer will show the time on the clock. This is what it looks like, okay? And I noticed that when I took this apart, there was no battery in here. Because the battery door, this battery goes right there. This is really smart, man. Really smart. You know, how to... So if this goes this way, yeah, this goes this way like that. The battery goes right there, and then this roll goes here. So what they do is they put new paper on this roll. As you can see, they put tape on it and then put it right here. Okay, and a new paper for information. So they reuse these boxes over and over and over and over again. So as this thing has the battery inside here, this thing spins. As this thing spins, this thing spins. When this thing spins, is recording the information on this piece of paper. Okay. But as the temperature, you know, goes up and down and fluctuates, I'm guessing this right here goes back and forth, you know, as it spins and know the temperature, it just right back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay. Smart innovation. You know, I never seen one like this. You know, it's actually pretty smart. Whoever thought about this, man, they're really into it. Pretty cool, you know, pretty cool information right here that. For you guys out there running reefer loads on here and they give you a box recording, you're ever curious what it looks like? Well, I'm providing you information on what it looks like, you know. So like it's like I just did that one by hand, by manually, but you can see the markings of this thing here fluctuating. Okay, this one here, this is more of a cheaper version. It's simple. Okay, man, you can use this thing over and over and over and over again just by taking this battery out and putting a new one on. Oh, never mind. There's a blue sealant around that battery so that thing doesn't move. So I guess is that it won't even come out. Wow. Okay. Well, that's what I have now. And did you guys information know what is a temperature recorder while you're doing your reefer loads? Now, sometimes when you go and get your load, they don't give you these up front sometimes, okay? So as you open the door, you back in, your reefer is running, you're running the temperature. As they're loading you, they can put this in the load. Somewhere that's where it won't be bouncing around and somewhere safe on the product itself. Like if you put a pallet and they put this box on top, or they take this here and just slap on the side, you know, because when they get the load, the first thing they'll do is check this, okay? So if you guys getting loaded produce or anything that require refrigeration, you know, just be aware, you know, if they ever put a recording in there. And just a heads up, what I usually do, even though if I use cycle mode on my reefer, okay, before an hour you get to your consignee to deliver load, turn the reader to continuous. That's what I always do. I learned from my other friend, Charles, and he told me that, yeah, when you get ready to deliver load, put that thing on continuous and let it run the whole entire time until you get there, offload it, and be done with it. And he does it. He's been doing reefer loads for like 14 years, something like that. It's been for a very long time, and he never had a problem. So this is a little piece of advice. If you guys have a reefer load and you're running on cycle, and if you're doing your full authority, before an hour before you get ready to deliver load, put that sucker on continuous. That way the temperature stays the whole time. Just in case if you have one of these recorders on, deliver load, be squared away, you'll be just fine. So that's all I have right now. Hope you guys like the video. There's some good information here about temperature recorder while you're doing your reefer loads out there. Okay. So that's all I have right now. Hope you guys like the video. There's some good information here about these these recorders here. Give me a thumbs like, comment, subscribe, share. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, okay? And until I have another video for you guys to watch, that's all I have right now. Until then, peace And I will also add George Navarro, a Trucker's Life YouTube channel page down below the bottom of the video. Okay, the links will be at the bottom of the video. There'll be a little arrow. Just click on it. It'll pop on another section. You see my Instagram. You see my Facebook. You see George Navarro's YouTube channel, a Trucker's Life, and things like that. You know. So if you guys want to check that link out on the bottom. Okay, that's all I have for now. And please do not commit suicide. Okay. If you guys been subscribed for this long and you guys watching my videos, you see how I progress and my life and journey of everything I've done and work and with life and everything, you see that I have grown so much. Okay, I'm not talking about just about subscribers. I'm talking about all the years of me doing videos and recording them and editing them and putting them on YouTube. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of videos. You will see how much I have grown of progressing forward to achieve my goals and dreams and accomplish it, you know, facing it every single day. Okay, if I can do it, you guys can do it. And not necessarily that you have to go out and make your own YouTube channel, but I'm just saying that you every day you progress forward, you work, you're saving money, and pursue and proceed your dreams. You know, the only person that can get there is yourself. I can't do it for you. Your mom, your dad, your sister, your spouse, your cousins, aunts, uncle. They can only support you and support you to get where you need to be. But in order to get there, you have to walk the footsteps and walk through that door. Okay, so that's all I have right now. Don't commit suicide. Okay, stay focused, stay driven, okay, and you will get there. Eventually, you'll get there. It can take a year, it can take 6 months, it can take 5 years, it can take 3 years, 4 years, it can be 10 years. But as long as you're progressing forward, okay, to your goal, don't ever give up on that, okay? That's all I have right now, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Some good information here about the temperature recorder, if you guys doing reefer loads out there, okay? So that's all right now. Peace.